Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In today's DSA challenge, we are solving a very interesting and common DSA problem, and that is find the difference between the smallest and the largest number in an array. So now, this might look like a simple problem, but trust me, questions like these are often asked in coding interviews because they test that how well you can break a problem into smaller steps and solve it logically. So first of all, let's read the question carefully. Find the difference between smallest and the largest number in an array. So basically we are given by an array, we have to find the largest number and then we have to find the smallest number, and after it we will return their difference. It looks very simple, but let's see that how we can do it. So what is the first step? First of all, we will find the largest number in the array. Second step is we will find the smallest number in the array. And the third step is we will subtract the smallest number from largest number. So we will perform these three steps to solve our problem. Let's take a practical example. So first of all, I create an array. So I name it my array. So it is an array of number. So my array has some random numbers. So after it, what I will do, first of all, I will create a function. I name the function find difference, and it's a simple function. So inside the function parameter, I will receive my array. So let's name it ar. So now in JavaScript, we have a really cool way of finding the maximum and the minimum values using the math object. So how we can do this? So first of all, let's create a variable and name it max. So in this max variable, we will hold our maximum number of the array. So what I will do, I will use the math object, which is a built-in method in the JavaScript. So first of all, I will write math dot max. Max is a function in the math object. So I will write math dot max. So what I will do, inside this, I will write my array along with the separate operator. So first of all, I will separate the array, writing 3 dot, and after it, I will mention my array, which is our given array. So now by using this, I can find the maximum number of the array, whatever the array we provided. So similarly, let's create the minimum. I write math.min. So math.min function will give us the smallest number in the array. Inside this, what I will do, again I write separate operator and I write my array. So now I will get the smallest number in our array. After it, what I will do, I create a variable and variable name is difference. I will write max minus min. After it, I will return the difference. That's it. So I use the math.max function. The separate operator is unpacking the array and passing the elements individually to the math.max and the math.min function. It's very simple, right? So let's check this function. So what I will do, I will write console.log, and inside console.log, I will write my function, and inside the function parameter, I will provide the array. So let's provide this array. So copy this array and write it here. So now what this function will do, this function will first of all find the maximum number in this array. After it will find the minimum number in the array, and then it will find the difference between maximum and minimum numbers, and after it will return the difference. So if I just save the file and if I run the file using node, so I write node, and if I run the file, so you see the difference is 73. So how can we check? So what I will do, I will just write here console.log and I write here max number, and here I will write the max variable. Similarly, I can find the minimum variable. So I write here min and also here the min. So now if I save the file and again if I run the file, so you see max number is 75 and minimum number is 2. So if we differentiate between these two, we will get 73. So 75 minus 2, 73. So our function is working fine. So you see that this function is a very simple and a very concise function. But here is a fun part. What if you are giving an interview and interviewer might ask from you that you have to find the difference between maximum and the minimum number, but you cannot use the built-in method. You cannot use the math object. Okay. So at that point, what you have to do? So if we have to find the difference between maximum and minimum number without using math object, what we will do? We will use the loop approach. So how to use the loop approach? So for this, what we will do, first of all, I will create a function, and let me comment this one, comment this function, and again I name the function find difference, and it's a simple function, and inside the function parameter I will receive my array. So now what I will do, I will solve it manually. So let's create a variable. So let's name the variable max, and let's assume that the first element of the array is our maximum number. So how to find the first element of the array? So I write my array and I write the array index. So that is 0. So let's assume that our first element of the array is our maximum number. So after it, what I will do, I create another variable minimum. So again, I will assume that first element of our array is minimum number. After this, I will use the for loop. So I will write here for let I is equal to 1 and I less than our array dot length. So I less than array dot length. So our for loop will loop through the all the elements of the array. So after it, I write increment function I plus plus. So inside the loop, what I will do, inside the loop, I will find our maximum number, and after it, I will find our minimum number. So first of all, find maximum number. So for this, I am using if statement. So if our current element of array is greater than our max variable, so what I will do, I will update our max variable. Our max variable is equal to our current element of array. That's it. So now by this, I will find our maximum number in the array. So first of all, the first element of the array in the max variable. So after it, it will loop through each element of array. If any number we find which is bigger than the max variable, we update our max variable. Similarly, I will find minimum number in the array. So for this, I'm using the if statement. So if our current element of the array, it is less than min variable, so what I will do, I will update the min variable. So min variable is equal to current element of the array. So that's it. First of all, we will assume that first element of the array is the minimum number. So if this loop will find any element which is less than minimum variable, it will update the minimum variable. So after the loop, what I will do, I will create a variable difference and max minus min, and after it, we will return our difference. That's it. So this is the manual approach for finding the difference between maximum and minimum number in an array. So let's check this function. So for this, I write here console.log and I write my function find difference, and inside the function parameter, I will give our array. So our array is here. So let's copy this array. If I paste it here, so now if I save the file and if I run the file, again I will get 73. So if I again run the file, so you see 73. So now you see I did not use the built-in JavaScript method, which is a math object. I find the maximum number manually, find the minimum number manually, and find the difference. This approach is super important because it shows that you understand the logic without relying on the built-in functions. And trust me, if you show this method in front of your interviewer will love to see this. So if I just write here difference 2 and uncomment this one. So now if you want a quick and a short solution, you will go along with the math object. But if you want to show your problem solving skills, you will definitely have to write the loop version. And that's how we solve our problem, finding the difference between the largest and the smallest element in an array. So next time, if you see this question in interview or practice session, you will know exactly how to nail it. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this with your friends who are also preparing for DSA. See you in the next video. Until then, keep coding and keep growing.